We have reviewed a lot of the Olympus top-end pro lenses since the beginning of the channel, and a lot of you have been asking for a more budget-friendly options, and here we are looking at this, the Olympus 45mm 1.8 premium lens. This is definitely a very budget-friendly lens. As mentioned, this is a budget lens, but it isn't the cheapest lens you can get on the Micro Four Thirds platform. And certainly, you know, the cheapest lens you can get in the Olympus lineup is probably the lens cap 8mm fisheye kind of cappy lenses, which we will do a review on later. And so this is cheap, but you know, like how can they make it so cheap? Well, of course, you know, they have to cut costs somewhere. So the obvious thing they would do is the actual shell itself. So the whole thing is made from plastic, but I do like that they have included the metal mount, which is, I always think is nice. Unlike some of the cheaper like Canon or Nikon lenses, they have plastic mount, which I actually think is disgusting. You know, it doesn't actually inspire you to do anything. You just think that if you drop it, that's it, you finish it. This thing is actually quite robust. You know, I have, you know, you can see the battle marks on this this lens is actually well used and been bumped around a lot, and it still functions as intended. The only other things that is made from metal is this little kind of ringy thing at the front, which you have to kind of twist it, detach it to fit the actual optional lens hood on, which I don't have one. But this is actually pretty good. You know, I do like the size and weight of this thing. I mean, being plastic, obviously one advantage is being lightweight, and this thing is only 160 grams, and this is so dinky tiny, so it's just really, really cool. And when you mount it on a smaller camera, like, you know, one of my favorite street tools, the Pen F, it really, you know, screams size, you know, which is the main benefit of Micro Four Thirds system as a whole, because this is a really signature lens. And it's well put together. I mean, there is no rattle or anything, you know. The focusing ring is quite well damped, so, you know, you got a really nice, smooth, buttery feeling, buttery, you know. Ooh, it's very nice there. It doesn't, however, has that the famous Olympus manual clutch system, which I love so much. And so if you want to use use this lens with manual focus, you will have to engage it via the menu or one of the custom buttons if you set it to. So apart from that, the build quality is solid. I wouldn't say it's a pro standard solid, but it's definitely very well put together lens. For a lot of people, and budget, the word budget always means bad, and you might think so with this lens, but I think in this particular case, Olympus actually did a very, very big favor, you know. And if you're very new to the Micro Four Thirds platform, and you wouldn't know that this is actually one of the best performers in the entire lineup, and I'm not joking. This is a very, very good and sharp lens, and in terms of image quality, this thing will definitely not disappoint you at all. I mean, I've used this lens in so many like portrait shoots, you know, whether it's professional or just some landscape traveling shots, and this thing's always perform as intended. And you know, let's say if I put a price tag of like £500 or even more, put a metal case on it, everybody would think this is a pro lens, but you know, they actually put a very small price tag against this particular lens, and I think is actually really awesome because the image quality is just so cool here. It's very sharp in the center at 1.8, even at the corner is very, very well. If you pair with Olympus body, it's got the automatic profile correction, so fringing is very, very minimal. Although there is some still visible, but it's nothing that you cannot fix in post. In terms of bokeh quality, if you're into that sort of thing, and this thing is, oh gosh, it's yummy. The outer focus area is absolutely buttery, silky, smooth, just like baby bum. it doesn't have the Pro 45 1.2 lens, the feather bokeh thing, you know, but it does produce very, very lovely rendering, and also it has 7 rounded blade aperture. That means that it just looks nice, you know, let's put it that way. I don't want to go into too detail, but it does produce very impressive image quality, and the rendering is top notch. I love this lens. Well, being a budget lens always has its compromises, you know, one of which I already mentioned was the build quality, because, you know, we kind of love all these metal built lenses these days, and we really take it for granted. But this thing is made from plastic, you know, and but it does have its advantage, like this, which I'm gonna demonstrate. This is really cool, you know. I rarely see this happening on any lens and camera body combo. It's so well balanced. This thing, look at that. It doesn't flip forward or backward. It's just perfect. You know, it fits well in all these slimmer body, like the EPL series, the Pen F, and of course the EM5 Mark II, the smaller body version. It will be really, really good. On the EM1, however, it's a little bit back heavy because the camera is a little bit bigger, a bit heavier, and this lens is so light, so it will affect a little bit. But because of the bigger grip on the EM1 Mark II, it's fine also, you know, it's just so lightweight. And I've shot this lens extensively for a long time because I do a lot of model shoot lately, and this thing does perform really well, and I never ever have any wrist ache, you know, because I don't know if you know, sometimes, you know, when you're working for a long time holding cameras and shooting all day, you do have that as well. But this thing is cool. Nothing happened, really, really awesome. Love it. In 2011, this was the fastest medium tele lens you could get for the Micro Four Third platform. But look, this is 2018 now, and obviously things has developed a little bit more, and we have a lot more options out there, including the Panasonic 42.5mm 1.7 OIS, which stands for Optical Image Stabilization. So that thing is a little bit more sophisticated because it's got image stabilization in the lens. But let's look, you know, this is 2018 as well, you know, almost all the Micro Four Third cameras have inbuilt stabilization, so you don't really need to have OIS, you know, to perform well. You know, this thing really is a lot better because it's a lot cheaper. So, you know, I'm still going to go for the budget options, and because of the image quality, the astounding image quality of this thing produces, I just cannot say anything like better, you know, just say, oh wow, this is great, you know, this is really is a great lens, you know, and for the price, for the weight and handling, you know, on something like this, the Pen F, it's just the perfect combo. And I mean, if you do a lot of traveling, and if you do a lot of documentary stuff, and this is really your the best buddy. It doesn't have weather seal, you know, unfortunately, but come on. At this sort of prices, you're not going to ask for like too much. And if you want weather seal, you're going to have to go for the Pro lens, which is going to be a lot more expensive and a lot bigger and heavier. But if you do a lot of travel and documentary, we want to be discreet. Just look at this. If you get the black version of this thing is like stealthy. This is cool. That you can get close to your subject because of the focal length. You can get like really intimate portraits of your subjects, whether in studio environment or like normal portrait shoots, or even just out on the street. You know, this is really, really good, and your subject will not get intimidated because it's so tiny, so small, and I just think this is one of the best lenses ever in the Olympus lineup. Wow, that's a big compliment, but I do think it is. So, highly recommended. Thank you for watching until the end of this video, because we have a surprise for you. Olympus UK has kindly given us a discount code, a massive 15% discount. Thank you. For all of our loyal followers. So yeah, remember to subscribe our channel for more news, nice news, and turn on that notification so you know when our new video is coming out. To activate that discount, you simply click on the link down below and then go and get yourself something nice from the online store. That will take you directly to the UK store. You can choose anything. This discount will apply to anything that you buy in that online store, whether it's going to be a lens, whether it's going to be a body, whether it's going to be a handbag if they sell any there. It's entirely up to you, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's a nice gesture, and thank you Olympus. That means I can use that too. Finally, some reward for you guys. Thank you again, and until next time, hopefully there'll be more news, and we will have a giveaway very soon, so stay tuned for this. Until next time, bye now. Tracy always wants me to stand in this rubbish stuff. Yeah, because you never see the bottom half. That's what people have been doing here. It stinks. Are you joking me? Block my shot. Modine. Ran a battery. I need to change battery. Sorry.